interacted with President Obama also in the past. Did you notice any similarities between the two, or were they both completely different?
Well, I had the huge privilege of taking President Obama on a trip to Alaska a few years ago to show him the effects close up of climate change. So in the sense it's similar, an iconic global world leader, different terrains. Alaska was very cold. Where we went with Prime Minister Modi was obviously rainforest and hot and humid. But what was similar was that they are there for the same purpose, which is driving this message of we have to protect the environment. We've got to really back big conservation projects, and we've got to look after our world, and for me it's really heartening when you see such powerful men like President Obama and Prime Minister Modi stand up and say, together we've got to do this, together we have the power to do this. And especially India, that is now, it's almost the largest country in the world, the biggest democracy on the planet, and such a strong spirit always in India that people want to do the right thing, and protecting our environment and conservation is key. It's a key role that we all have to do together. It's not one country, it's all of us. So,
yeah.
And I think protecting our environment and conservation is such a key thing that all of us have to do, not just one country, and I was there for that purpose, to try and say, listen, together we can do something good here. Well, it's interesting. I think it's, often you just see politicians behind a podium in a suit looking smart. But, the wild is a great leveller. It doesn't care who you are. It rewards commitment and courage, and you've got to work together. And we actually got hit by some really big storms and torrential rain whilst we were there. Even just the a journey for his Secret Service and his team to reach us. They were in little boats, and on this river, and there was flooding, and our team that were filming there were saying everyone was really on edge, but the Prime Minister was just very calm. And I think I saw that throughout our journey. Whatever we were doing, he was actually very, very sort of at one, and that was that was cool to see, because you never know really what someone's like until you're in a crisis. But it was good to be reminded that as a world leader, Prime Minister Modi is calm in a crisis. That's a good quality. And also I think what shone bright for me was his humility. He was a very humble guy, and even though it was pouring a rain and the Secret Service were trying to get out umbrellas, he was going, no, I'm fine. And then we reached this river, and I'd made this raft out of some reeds and a tarpaulin, and I said, I think we could get across this using this. And the Secret Service were like, we can't put the Prime Minister in a little kind of homemade coracle out of grasses and reeds. But he was like, it's fine, we'll do it together. And he said, Bear, you get in as well. And then the thing started sinking, and I thought, I can't be in as well. So it ended up me swimming, pushing him. And he was soaking wet, but big smile on his face, even through the rain. And you learn about people in those moments.
You are seen eating some rather unpalatable food in your survival quests. Did that segment make it to this particular special?
Well, the Prime Minister is a vegetarian, so there was going to be no eating of kind of grubs or anything like that. But of course, in the wild, you can survive very well off berries and roots and plants. And, certainly the Prime Minister spent quite a lot of his younger years in the wild. So actually, he was very comfortable with that. We ended up very cold at the end of this river, very wet, and we shared some beautiful